I have to pause for a minute because I don't know what I was thinking about this nose, but I was dedicated and committed to making these noses on all of them, and they are so ugly. So we're going to start out with this bee package that they have over at Hobby Lobby. It's kind of in the kids' crafts, but you get two of these bee cutouts. It comes with some paint and a paintbrush. We're going to discard the paint and the paintbrush because I have my own, but you could use the paint, I guess, if you needed to. We're going to use black and yellow to create a bee, and we're just going to go in between with the lines and then our bee color for the body. Then I had this linen chalk paint that I was going to use for the wings. I think it gives it more of like an opaque look where like wings are supposed to be kind of clear or blue, so I went with this gray color. Now we're going to go ahead and create a face for our bee, and I'm just going to use some paint pens and we're going to do some pretty simple eyes, nose, and a mouth here. I have to pause for a minute because I don't know what I was thinking about this nose, but I was dedicated and committed to making these noses on all of them, and they are so ugly. So I gotta go to Hobby Lobby, so I'm gonna pause here, go to Hobby Lobby, find a little wood piece that I can put in here to fix this, and then we will finish these cute bee projects. But I just want you guys to know, not all projects turn out the way you want them to, but I promise you, I was committed. All of the bees have this same nose. So we are back from Hobby Lobby. I picked up these little heart wood cutouts. I painted them black, and now we're going to cover the nose. Now, I'm going to say here that I don't know that this was much of an improvement. My family kind of laughed at me and said it kind of took over the whole face of the bee. I don't disagree here. I'm not loving the face, but it is charactery, and I mean, it's cute. So we're going to go with it because, like I told you guys earlier, I had made the ugly noses on all the bees. So I'm committed. We're just going to go with it. And, I don't love it, but it's not terrible either. So I took some yellow and white twine that came from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut out a couple of pieces to go on the backs of these bees. I'm making a loop here, and then I'm going to use some hot glue and glue down the loop. Once they're all dried, we're going to take some scissors and we're just going to cut the loops apart because that's going to give us a tie. You could do it a different way if you wanted, like just to glue down two pieces, but I find that to be the easiest way. So I found this already made garland at Hobby Lobby. It was $14.99 regular, so it's half off, so it's about $7.50. It's a good deal for all the fabric that's already on here that you don't have to do anything with, and you could leave it just by itself if you wanted, but we're going to zhuzh it up with our bees that we just painted. So I'm using a ruler and I'm going about a foot into the garland to tie on my bee. And then I'm going to measure from that bee to the next bee with my ruler, and then I'm going to tie that bee on. And I'm just going to go down the line until I don't have any more space left. This is super easy, and really anyone could make this, and you can do whatever you want with your faces. I had thought about googly eyes at first too, but then I thought, no, I don't want to do that. But anyway, the sky's the limit here. Let me go if you guys are going to recreate this one or if you're going to use these bee cutouts. So these wood cutouts are in the unfinished wood area. We're going to take some kind of more muted colors to do this. These become a little bit more pastel. I thought the yellow from the bee was a little bit too harsh. So I ended up going in with a muted yellow chalk paint for the yellow portion of this flower. We're going to use some wire that I had on hand. We're just going to kind of bend it in half, and then we're going to use some hot glue to glue it onto the back. We're just going to put a generous amount here, then lay your metal piece into the glue, and then you're going to want to hold it to make sure that it is actually adhered into the glue. We have another bee, and I did kind of go over the yellow in this bee to be more of the muted color from the flower, so they match, but that was the only difference I made from this project to the previous one. But we're going to use some more wire, and we're going to put it into the glue. There is a raised piece for the wings, so you have to make sure you hold on to that wire so that it doesn't miss the glue. Then we're going to use this grapevine wreath. I also got this at Hobby Lobby. They're pretty inexpensive, but I find these all the time at thrift stores too. Garage sales for a pretty inexpensive price. So if you don't want to get the one at Hobby Lobby and you're a thrifter, you can find these pretty much anywhere. So I'm just going to thread my wire from the flower into the grapevine wreath, and then we're going to take our bee and we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. I chose not to have a face for this bee. I thought it was just more classy looking with our flower, and so we're going to do the same thing by threading it through the grapevine wreath and then taking our two pieces and putting it together. This gives you the option of reusing this wreath for a different project when you're ready to take that part off. Then we're going to take a flower bush I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to use some pliers, and we're going to cut these flower pieces apart so I can get more out of my bush. This was 50% off because it is labeled a spring item. So when you go to Hobby Lobby, don't skip the florals because they do go on sale as well. Then we're going to take our pieces and we're going to put them into the wreath. I'm not using any glue for this project, so that way they can be taken out and reused again. I've been using some of the same florals for several years in projects that I've taken apart and put back together. So if you feel like it's a big investment to get like your flowers and bushes and things like that from Hobby Lobby, know that the investment is worth it. And a side note here, be careful as you are putting the stems into the wreath. I did poke myself with one of them in my finger, and I did end up having to get a band-aid. So just be careful as you're threading them through there that you don't poke yourself as you kind of jab it in there forcefully. But you're going to put as many as you want into your wreath, and then that is it for this one. I love it. It's simple and it just gives a really high-end vibes. Now, using our same flowers, I picked up three more of these, and this wreath I picked up secondhand. It is a magnolia wreath from Target. I paid $5 for it at an estate sale, and it already had the greenery attached to it. So I'm using some hot glue for this one, but I will say here that these wreaths are my favorite because they allow you to stick your florals and greenery in much easier than the grapevine wreath. But we're going to use three of these flowers and we're just attaching them here, and see, like this, you can just pull it right out and then you can push it back in. And that is how the wreath actually came. So these, like I said, are my favorite. But we're going to go ahead and add our third flower here. And then we're just going to make sure that we have them really adhered on there with our hot glue. Then we're going to do the same thing. I had a bag full of florals that was just random from other projects and stems that I had used like seriously over the years. I just took the whole bag, dumped it out, and added it to this wreath. And I love it because it's kind of a wildflower summer wreath project. And actually, this is my favorite one of the day. But if you have a bunch of mismatched florals that you're just kind of holding on to and you're like, what am I going to do with them? I highly suggest this summer floral wreath. And these were just summer colors of all different kinds of flowers, and I love how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think about this one, and if you're going to recreate kind of a summer whimsy wreath on your own. Now I had one bee left over and we wanted to use all the bees that we bought. So I'm just going to take a skewer stick. These came from Dollar Tree. You get a huge pack. I had a bouquet or a vase that I'd use for a different project that I had a messy bow on. Again, these were just mismatched florals I threw into this arrangement, and then we're going to use our stem and stick it into the floral arrangement. This bow has been here a while, so I decided to go ahead, add a floral to the front. I didn't add a face to this bee either, but I did give it a nose. Let me know what you guys think about this one. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to run to Hobby Lobby and get these unfinished wood items before they're gone, because hint hint, I saw the pumpkin spice aisle getting really full this last week. So don't miss these, they're 50% off. If you want to keep on crafting with me and doing some more unfinished wood from Hobby Lobby, check out this video next, and I will see you over there. Bye for now, friends. See you in the next one.